Rachel come and talk about the service. Rachel is a busy kid. Not only does she have her books, but she has 3 other service-based micro businesses. You can talk whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, let me think where to begin. I have lots of things that I like to do, and I figured out at a young age that in order to be able to do these things, I had to come up with ways to get paid so that it was actually worth my time. But what I have found is if you find the different things that you enjoy doing, that you're good at doing, and you find a way to serve others by doing it, there are going to be people that are going to take you up on it. Especially if you're passionate about it, if you're a good role model to younger kids, there's going to be parents and there's going to be teens who want your services. So the first ever thing that I decided, I actually heard Mrs. Stopp speak a long time ago before she was my CPA, and I heard a workshop a lot like this. And I heard
3 years, long time.
Right, well, 3 years ago, I was in my first year of high school, and I heard her example of her daughter Emily, who teaches piano. Now, I've always loved piano. When I was younger, before I became an author, I'd actually planned on becoming a concert pianist. So I've taken piano lessons for a long time. I was really good at it, and so I figured, this is when I was in 9th grade, I'm going to try to start teaching piano to a few of the younger kids. I think my first year, I charged like $5 or $6 for like a half-hour lesson, and I had like 3 students. And so I was like, this is great. I was getting very little money, but it was very easy for me to balance. My first year of high school, so I was doing a lot of schoolwork, and I was just doing this piano in the afternoons. As word got out, more and more people wanted me to start teaching their kids piano, and I realized I should start charging a little bit more, or else I'm going to get pounded by all these people. As of this year, I have 15 piano students. I charge $18 for a half-hour lesson, and I have had at least 10 people in the last few months ask if I would teach their children, and I've been saying no, because I don't have time. And I've never done any marketing. It's always just people asking if their younger kids can take on lessons, or neighbors moving to town and wanting to start taking lessons. So that's been a great source of income for me, and I probably won't do it again in the fall because I don't need to anymore. But I've always loved it, and I've loved those relationships. Photography. When I got my first book contract, I got a pretty nice sized check from Zondervan, and I was trying to decide what to do with it, so I put some of it in savings. I've been saving to buy a car, and I had some left over, so I bought myself a really nice camera because I love photography. And so after I bought this nice camera, I started taking pictures of people, some of my friends and stuff. I told people, if you'll pay me $30, I'll take your family pictures and I'll give you the CD. It's an extremely cheap rate for photography. And I had like 12 different families ask me to do the $30 rate. And I had to book them all in like 3 months before Christmas. So like every single weekend I was taking all these pictures. And then I found out I had this huge portfolio. And with every family I was doing, my photography was getting more advanced. I was getting better at the editing process. And so after that, after Christmas came and all those families had already been photographed, I bought myself a new lens with the money that I had made. And with my new lens and my nice camera, and I had a clientele now, I had a portfolio, I started charging more, and I started doing second shooting for weddings, and I was doing seniors, and I was doing families. And so now I have a fully operating photography business, and I've never done any marketing. I've never paid to do any marketing or anything like that, but through word of mouth and through my Facebook fan page, which is a really great thing to do if you're going to start a business, because if your friends like your pages, then their friends are going to see it, stuff like that. Also through Pinterest, I developed a clientele, and so now I have several photography bookings a month. I charge way more than the $30 that I did when I first started, and it's fun for me because I love it. It honestly doesn't feel like work at all. The writing tutoring you see up there is actually something that I'm planning on starting this summer and this fall as I give up my piano business. I love writing. Writing is such a huge passion of mine. It's something that I enjoy doing, and for a long time I've run a blog, and I've given lots of writing advice to different teenagers and people throughout the years. And I've realized, when I first started out writing, I had a writing coach. I had someone who taught me, you can't use too many adverbs, you can't use too many adjectives. This is how you develop characters and develop scenes. And I figured, that's something I would love to do for others. And so I started talking about it on my blog. I advertised in a few different areas, especially to homeschoolers or other people like that. And I just said, if you have a middle schooler or a high schooler or even someone older, and you would like to help them to be able to develop their writing gift, especially in the area of creative writing, I'm your girl. And I will email them every week. I will look at their stories. I will give them ideas. I will Skype them if they want to meet me. And I will just do my very best to help them to be able to develop the best type of writing gifts that they can. And so, once again, these are all things I love to do. These are things that don't feel like a lot of work to me because they're fun, but also at the same time, they're helping meet needs that other people have. And so for me, it's just a great way to make money and to be happy, and it's what I enjoy doing. So those are my businesses.
Stay here.
Sure.
Okay, because you didn't say it, and this is audio, right, as well as visual. Rachel Coker writes at hotmail.com. Is this going to be on your website, just rachelcoker.com, and Coker is C-O-K-E-R?
Yeah, I have a contact box. I have a contact box on my website, rachelcoker.com, and anyone who's interested in any of my services can just contact me there, or if you have any questions for me or about my businesses, and I always respond, no matter how long it takes, as long as I get it.